What's good, YouTube? It's your boy King Leo, and today I just want to talk about the first week of free agency for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, honestly, I cannot remember the last time I was this hype about the first week in free agency. Typically, the Cowboys will kind of like wait it out. We won't make any big moves for the team. We'll kind of wait it out and take solid players on like small deals, which is good. I mean, that strategy has been okay in the past, but as we know, it hasn't put us over the top. Now, this week, man, this is the first time I was like, whoa, these dudes are making money moves in the front office. Gotta really just shout out to how they were able to restructure so many guys' deals to create cap space for these moves and potentially other moves. I know on the 16th, before the Brandin Cooks trade, we'll talk about it, we were 6th highest in cap space. And having a quarterback contract on the books like Dak Prescott, that's really unheard of. Like, to be basically top 6 in cap space with a $40 million quarterback, that's crazy to think about. So shout out to the front office for getting those things done, restructuring those deals. Now, I got some clips for you guys for people we're going to talk about. Of course, starting out with Tony Pollard, able to place the franchise tag on him, which is, I feel like, the right thing to do. I mean, we could, sign him to a long-term deal, but just with the running back and the way that running backs decline, I don't know how much I like doing that, especially, when it's very easy to draft one and get very close to the same production. I don't know if we'll find another player like Tony Pollard in the draft, but just that money is being able to go to more valuable positions: wide receiver, offensive tackle, cornerback, pass rush. So it is a very, very tough thing. I love Pollard's ability, though. I do think he has another year of really good production under his belt. Also, with the long-term thing, I think his injury, we have to see how he responds to that ankle injury, foot injury that he suffered in the playoff game. So definitely don't want to commit to him long-term. Love him as a player, love his explosiveness. Now, this will be the first year that we think, at the moment, he's going to be for sure the lead back, 70% of the carries. We will see how this draft goes. But, yeah, man, I love his ability, his explosiveness. I think tagging him was the right thing to do just because we have a franchise tag. Let's use it. There wasn't really any other players that we could use it on. I'm not the biggest fan of Dalton Schultz, so didn't want to tag him again. So I think tagging Tony Pollard was the right move. It's a $10 million cap hit, kind of big for this year, but like I said, we were able to restructure guys, create caps to where it's not that big of a deal. So I am looking forward to Tony Pollard coming back next season. Next up, we're going to talk about right tackle Terence Steele. We placed a second-round tender on him, which is a $4.3 million cap hit. And with that second-round tender, that is a one-year deal, I'm pretty sure. But he's currently sitting at the 20th highest-paid right tackle in the league. Now, to me, that's an absolute steal because this dude last year, I would argue he might have been our best offensive lineman last year. Zach Martin, always solid at right guard, Hall of Fame right guard. But Terence Steele was washing dudes out. Playing solid in the pass protection. But, like, in the run game, just that right side, him and Zach Martin was phenomenal. And I think you could see the difference from whenever Terence Steele got hurt. That's also a big thing to talk about is that hopefully he recovers well off that ACL injury. Pretty sure it was ACL. But, see how he recovers. If he comes back the same player, we got a guy at right tackle. I want to extend that dude long term. I love his game. I love what he brings us. And, to see the difference with him playing and him not playing, go look at the rushing yards to carry after he got hurt in the Texans game. Our run game was never the same once he got hurt because, man, if you just cut the film on and watch this dude at right tackle, he washes guys out. He's so, so powerful, and he's a very underrated athlete too, I believe. So I love me some Terence Steele. Hopefully we can sign that dude long term this coming season. We'll love to see him back. Another guy that we were able to somehow bring back, Donovan Wilson. I thought for sure we were going to lose this dude. This dude played phenomenal this year at safety. We brought him back on a 3-year, $24 million deal, and that put him at the 23rd highest paid safety. Again, another steal. Our front office, I don't know how they were working these deals out, because I thought Donovan Wilson was for sure going to have a big market. We got it done. That's all that matters. So we got him for 3 years. This dude, once he started getting into the lineup a lot, he became the enforcer on our defense that we've been needing, because we don't have that guy from the linebacker position. Micah Parsons is pretty much on the edge now. So Donovan Wilson from the safety position, he's been dumping. He's like the difference maker. He's going to go get it. He's basically our Cam Chancellor of the past Seattle Seahawks. And this Dan Quinn defense, that's our guy. This dude's going to come up. He's going to knock your boogers out. Physical player. Love the energy he brings, the passion. And then also it keeps the 3 safety rotation that we have going on with him, Curse, and Hooker. I think that's a really, really good trio we have there. So being able to keep him on I'm not even going to say the secondary, just keeping him on defense was huge, because that dude, he brings the physicality to this defense. Love that we were able to keep him. Next up, we got Leighton Vander Esch, middle linebacker. Personally, I'm not the biggest Leighton Vander Esch fan, especially early in the year. I was very critical of Vander Esch. I just think that he plays slow. He doesn't process things fully. He seems hesitant. And I don't think that he was that same guy that he was his rookie year. Obviously, injury prone. So I was okay with letting him go, because I expect him to get a decent number from somewhere. But look, we re-signed him, 2-year deal, $11 million. Where does that put him? 31st among interior linebackers. 31st. So that's a bargain for me, because Leighton Vander Esch is a solid starter. Personally, I just wanted more out of him. Now, those last couple games of the year, especially this Tampa game, the one showing, he played phenomenal this game. This might have been his best game of the season. I don't know what clicked. Maybe he was just feeling good. He was as healthy as he's been. I don't know, because he does have tons of injury problems. But I can live another 2 years with Leighton Vander Esch being on the team, especially with that low of a pay grade, being 31st in the league among linebackers. Like, I can live with that. I still think we need to address the position, whether it be draft or free agency. But I'm okay with it. It's a cool pickup. I would have, been okay with letting him go for sure. But I'm happy that we got that deal done, because that's another steal to me, being 2-year, $11 million. Next up to talk about, now this is one of the big ones. Stefan Gilmore, cornerback from Indianapolis. This was like the first big splash the Cowboys have made in the offseason in a while. Stefan Gilmore via trade for a 5th-round pick, and I think was it a 6th round? I think it was just a 5th-round pick. Man, like, we get this guy as our cornerback too. Like, he had a solid year in Indianapolis. He's never going to be the defensive player of the year again, but Indianapolis was a bad defense. They were, like, I think 30th or 31st in, like, pass rush win rate, so a bad pass rush. Now, you put him with our pass rush, this is going to look great. It's crazy how much better a cornerback will look with a good pass rush in front of him. Hence, James Bradbury out there in Philly, I don't really think he's an all-pro-like player like they talk about him. I think that pass rush makes him. But end of the day, we got Stefan Gilmore on a 1-year deal. I don't need him long-term, but he definitely helps us get better to potentially win a Super Bowl this season, because we're not asking him to go out there and cover the Justin Jeffersons of the world. We got Trey Diggs for that. We know what Trey Diggs does against Jefferson. We know what Trey Diggs did against Jamar Chase this year, Terry McLaurin. So to be able to have a guy like Stefan Gilmore cover the number 2s, man, what more could we ask for? That's potentially the best cornerback duo in the league. You got Miami. I guess you can throw Philly in there. But, man, cornerback 1, cornerback 2, solid. It was a position I was looking for us to potentially go out and get during the draft. But we definitely covered that hole there at cornerback 2. Don't got to keep throwing guys, Xavier Rhodes, whoever else, what it was. Trayvon Mullen, just switching guys in week out. Anthony Brown tore his Achilles, so he's kind of out of the question. I love what he did for us as a 6th-round pick in his career. Got a lot of value out of that. But time to move on from that. Got a guy, Stefan Gilmore, really, really good player, even being in his 30s now. So I'm super, super excited about that. Let me know what you guys think about Gilmore. That was a big splash, big pickup for us, I believe, and I think he'll just be a great help to our defense. Now, somebody that we did let go to the Buffalo Bills, Conor McGovern, left guard. I think it was a 4-year, like $22 million deal, I believe. So shout out to him for going and getting a little bit of money from somewhere. But I'm personally okay with letting McGovern go. To me, he was just a guy. You know, he wasn't this big difference maker on the interior offensive line. I think he was an okay starter. You know, I'm okay with letting a guy like that go. It is not a difference maker. He's not like, damn, we need this dude, because to be honest, we plug Farniak in there and it's not that much different. It's a difference, but it's not that much different. So what is Buffalo paying him? $22 million over 4 years. So that's what? 6, 12, 18, a little less than $6 million a year. I'm cool with saving that money and using it elsewhere. I don't need Conor McGovern in my life. I definitely think we need to draft a guard now, looking anywhere from 2nd to probably 5th round. Draft a left guard, guy from TCU. Even Andrew Voorhees still, even though we tore his ACL, he would miss a year most likely, but I love him as a guard. That dude can move people out of A-gap. I haven't watched a lot of Osiris Torrance for the draft, so I think this is a position we're going to hit on in the draft. Don't know who it's going to be. A lot of guys, though. Cody Mock, Michael Schmitz could play center and guard. We just have to see how that goes. But I'm okay with letting McGovern go. Appreciate what he did for us, but on to the next. Next up, this one hurts my heart a little bit. Ezekiel Elliott, we ended up cutting him. At the end of the day, it is a business. This is what we have to do, the best thing for the team. I hate that he's gone, you know, because, man, this dude was awesome his first 3 years in the league. He was probably the best running back in the league. He was awesome, especially his rookie year. It was without a question the best back in the league. I love him, what he brings in the locker room as a leader, as a teammate. I love his toughness. This guy plays through so many injuries. And I think that is, you know, why his production is dipping. Not so much with him just getting older. I think the injuries are just starting to add up, because at times he looks explosive to me. A lot of the time early in the year when we first get into the season, he looks explosive. I'm like, dang, did Zeke really put in like crazy work during the offseason to get like this? And then, you know, you get to the middle of the season and he's running in sand. He's running in like mud. It's like, man, you don't look the same. And, you know, us on the outside, we don't know what he's going through. They always come out at the end of the year say he was playing through injuries, which I definitely could see. I mean, he has a lot of carries on his body from those first couple seasons all the way up until now. Definitely hate it, but, you know, it's a business. Kind of reminds me of the Dez Bryant thing. I was the biggest Dez Bryant fan. Loved everything about him, but, you know, life adds up. Life goes on. You know, we have to adjust to it. Have Tony Pollard in the backfield. So running back isn't a problem now. Definitely need a long-term solution for the next 3-4 seasons. Hate to see Zeke go. I hope he finds a home somewhere that fits him. Hopefully, I can even see him potentially coming back to be like a short yardage guy, red zone guy, because I think he's still phenomenal in that aspect. When you need a yard, I trust Zeke to go get that yard even when it's not there. But yeah, I just want to say, bro, I just wanted to let him know, man, if he ever hears this, I appreciate everything that he did for the team. Loved watching him. Loved his ability coming out of college. Sucks to see him go, but I just wish him the best. All love from here. Next up, we're going to talk about backup quarterback Cooper Rush. Now, I thought for sure somebody was going to go and get him because of what he's done for us the last 2 years. Obviously, if we go back to like 3 years ago now, kind of, when he played that game in Minnesota, he won us a big game, prime time, came in this year, won games this year. Like, Cooper Rush, good poise, you know, he gets the job done, puts the ball on time where it needs to be. He didn't really make a lot of mistakes. Now he does throw some risky throws. I think he lucked out. He should have more picks than what he did. But as a backup quarterback, I think Cooper Rush is very, very serviceable on a 2-year, $6 million deal that makes him the 45th highest paid quarterback in the league. So obviously average backup money. So I mean, I'm just happy that we got him. I mean, because I know Cooper Rush has proven he knows the guys around him. It is going to be a new offense, so we'll see how he adapts to that if he's thrown in the situation. But I know Cooper Rush can play. We obviously have playmakers to help him, offensive line to help him. So I think 2-year deal for $6 million. I love it. I'm happy we're able to keep him just in case, a little insurance if something happens to Dak. Now, I woke up this morning. I cooked breakfast. And next thing I know, I see that the Dallas Cowboys trade for Brandin Cooks for a fleece. 2 late-round picks, man. I mean, we just got our lick back for trading Amari away. And we're paying this dude less. I think we're paying like 66% of his salary. So, I mean, the Texans are covering some of that. We're not paying the full amount. Gave up a 5th, and I think it was a 6th-round pick. Like, that is a steal. This is what we've been needing for the offense, a deep vertical threat. This guy's also been nothing but consistent since he came into the league. I think he's a solid route runner. Like I said, he's going to push the field vertically. I think he added what we really needed was a deep threat. Somebody to stretch that field out for the run game and the underneath passing game with CeeDee Lamb. So, big move for us here. And I think it kind of helps us draft-wise in a way because now we come into – and first, before I hit on the draft, I want to say I believe Brandin Cooks fits us better than what D-Hop and Odell would. One, D-Hop and Odell would probably command more money than what Brandin Cooks is making. So that's already a negative against them. And I know that D-Hop has been very vocal about wanting to play for us. Like I said, I think that we have more so of his play style already on the team, which is Michael Gallup. And Gallup's not D-Hop. Don't get me confused on that. He's not. D-Hop is still a very, very good wide receiver in the league. But I think that just his style wouldn't really help us as much as Brandin Cooks will for the entirety of the offense. So I think Cooks is the right guy to trade for. 1, for the price, 2, for the contract, 3, for the ability he's given us. Now, what I was about to say draft-wise, I feel like us going out and trading for a cornerback, trading for a quality starting receiver, now when we get to the draft, it's not like, damn, we're sitting here at pick 26. We really still need a cornerback too. So now we got to just pick a cornerback to do it. Or, dang, we still really need another, good option at wide receiver. So now we're forced to pick wide receiver. So we fill these 2 potential draft needs, and we still do have needs: linebacker, interior offensive line, running back long-term, pass rush help if we wanted to go that route. But I feel like now we're in a position to where, since we're killing free agency, we're hitting on, positions that we need help at. Like, we can get there to pick 26, and we can just look at the best player on our draft board and take them. Whoever that is, just take the best player because we don't have a glaring need now. So we just pick the best player that's available in the draft, no matter who it is. If it's Smith and Jigba, Bijan Robinson, who would probably be there, Cam Smith, Nolan Smith, guys like that, Zay Flowers, Jahmyr Gibbs, whoever it may be, we just take the best player available on our draft board. I trust our draft board. I think Will McClay has done a great job for us the past couple of years. So, yeah, I'm just looking forward to that now. Looking forward to week 2 of free agency to see whatever else we do to boost this roster, get us going in the right direction to win a Super Bowl. So that's going to be it for the video. If you guys have any comments at all, let me know. I love interacting. Let me know what you think about the moves in free agency. Let me know about what else you think we should do, what we should attack in the draft, who you like in the draft, anything that goes into that. If you guys made it this far, I appreciate you watching the video. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. Peace.